Hey, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm up at the Berkshires visiting my father. I came up for the weekend, and I met him at a lacrosse game because a few years ago he started to officiate high school sports. So we meet at this prep school, and watching the lacrosse game made me think of two different events back 15 plus years ago when two different people said things to me that made a lasting impact in my life. And I want to share it with you because it can make a difference for you right now and going forward for the rest of your life and practice. So, back in high school, I played lacrosse my senior year. I quit basketball in order to prepare the whole winter to play lacrosse. Prepared enough to start on a great team with my friends, never regret the decision, had a blast. At the same time, I applied to get into Johns Hopkins purely academically, and I did get in. And it's also, Johns Hopkins is also one of the best perennial lacrosse teams in the nation. My coach in high school, and I was a good player, but I wasn't great. I definitely wasn't good enough to play at Johns Hopkins. He said to me once during that season, he said, "Josh, if you decide to go to Johns Hopkins and walk on the team, by your senior year, you'll be an All-American lacrosse player." I was blown away. First of all, I didn't believe that myself. I didn't think the coach even liked me. And the fact that he said that gave me such more confidence in my ability, not just natural, but if I worked at it, and what my potential was. Now, second story was a couple years later in undergrad. I ended up going to NYU, didn't play college lacrosse, I played club lacrosse, not the same thing. I was interning in a very successful chiropractic practice. The DC was a mentor of mine, and this was before I even went to grad school. And I was so young, I was so fresh. I remember getting a B on one of my biology courses, and at that point I was so young in the game, I thought that I shouldn't even tell them because they may say, "Oh, Josh, chiropractic isn't for you." Come a long way since then. Bottom line is, I was an undergrad, hadn't even gone to chiropractic school yet, and he told me, "Josh, when you graduate chiropractic school, not only is there a position here for you, but I want you to take over the practice." Again, blew me away, having never put my hands on someone that I was given that much respect and seen with that much potential. Now, why am I telling this to you? Because in both of those circumstances, I was acknowledged for something I hadn't even done yet, but acknowledged for what people see me as, who I am, and my possibility and potential, and it caused me to live and act in a certain way to go towards that. Now, here's the thing, I didn't end up doing either of those. And it doesn't matter that I didn't end up doing either of those, playing at Johns Hopkins, becoming an All-American, or going back and taking over this practice. But just those words said to me made such a difference with me going forward in life so much more confidently. Now, in your life, who are the people, spouse, family, friends, who deserve acknowledgement? Because you most likely watch my other videos, you know my main point is being able to listen to people and give them what they want, and it makes life so much easier. Now, people don't get listened to, people really don't get acknowledged in life. So who in your life deserves acknowledgement, not just for what they've done or what they're doing, but who you see them as and their potential? When you do that, you'll see a huge shift in how they listen to you, relate to you, respect you. Now, think about this in practice. Think about this with your staff. Yes, have an amazing bonusing system where staff wants the practice to profit and you to succeed as much as possible because it's a win-win for everyone. But are you acknowledging staff not just because they're doing the job correctly, but acknowledging them for the potential you see them as having? Even if you may be a little wary or iffy, just the acknowledging will bring someone to perform as you acknowledge them for, more often than not. So all those aspects where you want your staff to start doing things or performing at another level, start acknowledging them for that even before it happens. Watch what happens. Now, next, with your patients. We all know the power of autosuggestion. When a patient comes to you in the beginning, they most likely have a serious issue. They're nervous, they're stressed, they're coming to you because they can't figure it out by themselves, and you may not know, as a chiropractor, what the end result's going to be in 4 weeks, 4 months, a year. You have no idea. But I instill in confidence in them, acknowledging them that they're healing, that they're doing well, that they're going great, even if you don't know it internally, even before any symptomatic change or objective change has happened. Watch what happens inside the patient's mind and body to facilitate the healing process. And it all comes from your certainty and confidence and being willing to step out of potentially your comfort zone and acknowledge them for stuff that hasn't even happened yet, that they're on the path, they're healing, their body's doing great. Also, can you acknowledge them for everything they're doing outside of the practice that's helping their body heal? Everything from making their appointments to doing maybe their home exercises to whatever else you recommend, because that not only will help them healing, it'll help them stay on track and stay disciplined and stay committed to doing all those things. Watch how that makes a difference with your results, your retention, and even your referrals. Start acknowledging your staff publicly in front of other people, acknowledging your patients, acknowledging the people in your life. Watch what happens. Thank you for listening to this, and I acknowledge you for being a chiropractor. I acknowledge for day in and day out helping people with issues that they can't get solved any other way, and that you deliver a service that no other healthcare practitioner does. It's special, it's unique, and it makes a world of difference. And I know it's not always easy out there. I know it's hard for people to understand. I know with the economics changing that it's not as easy because people have to more often than not pay for it. I get all of that.